I feel like last video, I didn't really put my ideas into good terms to explain what I feel about said anime that I'm talking about, because I checked my analytics and people completely disagree with what I was saying about My Dress Up Darling, and I'm not sure how or why. The title and stuff is just for me to put out an idea of what I think, you know what I'm saying? Do I think that it's bad? In the beginning of the video I said it might be valid, and I actually agree. I think that the anime got some good stuff going on in it, but there are a lot of things that there are certain things that I don't like about it. Like what I said, I feel like what I said in that video, you just leave it in the description or whatever you see, you can go watch it. I feel like it just takes away the tension from whatever drama it's meant to create, and that's a fact. You can literally go watch those episodes over again and put into perspective what I said, and you would get exactly what I'm telling you. But of course, because nobody likes to listen to anything, right? I'm not making this video to be vengeful or to talk about that. I'm literally here to talk about something else, which is arguably far more egregious than what anything My Dress So Darling could do. So I kind of alluded to this in my last video, that I don't even sit through anime normally anymore. I can't even watch it the same or whatever. So after a while I completely stopped watching this anime, so I had to go back and refresh my memory or whatever when the second season dropped of it. The anime that I am talking about today is Mushoku Tensei, or Jobless Reincarnate. I don't like Jobless Reincarnation. That doesn't make sense to me. Just say Jobless Reincarnate. You know what I'm saying? Because you're only talking about one person. But you know what I'm saying? I digress. We always talking about weird anime names or whatever. Like I said, I had to refill myself in on what was happening in anime, because I stopped watching it after a hot minute because of some stuff that the anime does, and it's completely interesting because the anime tries to portray it as comedy, and I just don't find this type of thing funny. I'm surprised that nobody else has talked about this, because it is absolutely disgusting how this is even passed off as a joke. This is not funny. For one, these type of things aren't funny, for one, and that's literally discarding everything else. And then for two, it's absolutely egregious. I don't even know what else to say. We're just gonna jump straight into it. Spoilers, of course, because I don't want to ruin whatever you got going on if you want to watch it or not. Right off the rip, in like the first two episodes, we can clearly see that the anime has some adult themes in there. Alright, that's perfectly fine. There are a lot of animes coming out nowadays that explore these themes much more than what this anime ever could, right? And I think that that's fine. You know what I'm saying? You do your thing, you do your thing. What I don't find fine is what they perceive as comedy in certain parts of this thing. And the MC is meant to be scummy. The MC he's meant to be this way because before he died, he was already doing some very questionable things with his life. You know what I'm saying? Even to a certain extent, I would at least expect him to be somewhat moral in a sense, even if he does all this disgusting stuff. We're gonna get to that in a second. But it's interesting because they put the MC in situations where of course he's gonna relish in it, because for one, that's just his character. But the issue is they made the character immoral. Like in certain cases, maybe like I think in the first few episodes, we get some interesting stuff going on with him and Sylvie or whatever. And I think it hits the peak when they have to take a bath together. That's already interesting, number one. If you know the scene, you know the scene. They get in there and they're about to take a shower. Well, not a shower, but they're about to take a bath, and he's telling the other dude to take his pants off because I'm naked but you're not. You know what I'm saying? And the other dude is like, no, I don't want to do that. And then he forces his pants off. Turns out it's a girl. You know what I'm saying? In that situation, I can understand where the confusion can come from, alright? That's perfectly fine. I think my issue comes in later on when he starts to view them less as companions but more as like, oh my goodness, I can have sex with these kids. And I'm just like, how is that okay? How is this funny? Like, I think this type of comedy, like this type of thing, reaches its peak when we get to the red-haired girl. I can't even remember her name or whatever, but she's also a gray heart. I'm just gonna call them the gray hearts or whatever, right? It's mainly when we get to her is when we see some disgusting stuff from the MC, and this is not even supposed to be something that you should joke about because it's borderline predator behavior. Let's move on to the red girl, because this is where the show really tries to make this into some type of comedy. We get to, I think, past the dance episode, like towards the middle of the dance episode, where stuff starts hitting the fan and he got his hands all over this girl, and I'm just like, my issue with this is because technically, even if he's in a kid's body, you are mentally, and this is the issue, you are mentally an adult. As an adult, it is I don't even understand. Like, I can't even understand it because I don't have this type of sickness. It's literally sick. Like, I don't even understand how you can make this into, how you can excuse it into anything else. It's just sick. I can't explain it because I never understand it. I couldn't even imagine even putting my hands on a minor that way. Even if he's in a minor's body, you're mentally an adult. It shouldn't even cross your mind, my God. Like, it shouldn't even. And if it is, it's more so like, oh my goodness, this is disgusting. I can never even. That's the only time you should even think about it. And even then, it's you saying, oh my goodness, this is disgusting. Because you're an adult. I can't explain it any more than, like, I just feel like if you should just know, you should be able to understand where I'm coming from with this. Like, this is disgusting. You're an adult. That's the only thing I can say about it. He died before. And I think here's why. I guess I can give an argument. Like, imagine them trying to date as a youngin' or whatever. He doesn't get an excuse for being in a younger body because she's young and he's mentally not. He's more conscious than she is, so he can easily manipulate her into doing whatever she doesn't want to do. And of course, we see in anime, she says no to whatever advancements he has. So that's good on her. I'm glad that they did this in anime. But it doesn't excuse the fact that it's even a thing in this thing. Because it's like, against any normal minor, they might not have even understood what was going on. Or they might not have even thought that they had the power to even say no. Because they're getting manipulated so badly by somebody who's mentally way older than them that could just do so much stuff to them. And I just hope y'all can see where I'm coming from with this. And then there's another, like, I think after that I completely stopped. Like, I couldn't even watch the anime anymore. I was already skipping around because I couldn't even sit through it normally. Because half the stuff I don't even want to see. I think I just want to see him literally just destroy some stuff. I like the concept of a character going from a child all the way to adulthood. And, you know what I'm saying? I guess it's interesting seeing, and I can at least get in this. It's interesting seeing how maybe an older adult would handle maybe if someone younger likes them. But I would expect them to be like, no, I can't date anybody because I'm just older than them. I know we're not on the same level of mental, like, capabilities. Like, it's not okay in my mind. You know what I'm saying? I would expect the characters to be like that though. I guess I'll give one more example. I think I already kind of alluded to this. Second season, I was trying to refresh my mind because a lot of people were saying that it was good, so I came back to it. I completely forgot about. Well, I think I remembered it, and I was like, wait, isn't this that anime with the weird, you know what I'm saying, type of comedy, freaking predator comedy, whatever mess? And reading not reviews, but reading like listening to and watching summary videos from the last season. Then boom, second season starts. I watched the first episode. Literally the first seconds in, the main character is already doing predator oh my god, he's already on his predator mess. And I was like, alright, nah, this is canceled. No. I'm so surprised because I don't think I can find this anywhere on the internet. Like, I don't even understand how this isn't even a conversation. How is this okay? Even in an animated show, it's not something I can relate to. As a viewer, you always want to, you know what I'm saying, at least somewhat relate to the character that you're watching. You know what I'm saying? Because that makes the anime much more entertaining. But you can't do that with this because the main character is always making these lewd jokes and borderline predator-ish, and it's not even borderline at this point, predator-ish jokes that's not even funny.